Big news today. I guess Jerome Powell is actually finally in the Christmas spirit, decided to not be the Grinch like he has been all of 2023. Lots of information to unpack in this video. I'm going to give it as much detail as possible. I'm going to let you know what's going to happen with mortgage rates, the Fed fund rate, and everything else in between. So stick around, watch the whole video. If you have any questions, feel free and give me a call after or shoot me an email. So Feds met today, like I mentioned, and what Powell has decided and what the other Fed chairs have decided is that they're going to hold the Fed fund rate steady where it's at currently. They're not planning on increasing, and in fact, they're planning on holding and potentially decreasing going into 2024. They said that they're planning on decreasing 3 times. Why is this good news? Well, originally they were saying that they were going to wait until the target inflation number was hit at 2%. Well, a lot of Fed chairs are estimating that inflation is not going to hit 2% in 2024. They're expecting it to hit 2.4% at the lowest. So it is good news that they are going to lower the Fed fund rate 3 times is what the projections are right now in 2024. Unfortunate news, I don't know when that's going to happen. It very well could happen first, second, third quarter, second, third, fourth quarter, multiple months in a row. I don't know. So we're not sure when they're going to lower the Fed fund rate. Now, I've always said the Fed fund rate, and every economist says this as well, the Fed fund rate doesn't impact mortgage rates directly. The reason being is because the Fed fund rate impacts short-term lending, car loans, credit cards, student loans, personal loans, things like that. So with that being said, since it impacts the short-term lending, the mortgage lending is impacted based off of people investing into the 10-year Treasury and mortgage-backed securities. With that being said, we're starting to see a lot of investors get off the table, and now they're starting to invest again into mortgage-backed securities and the 10-year Treasury, which is driving mortgage rates down. We're projected to continue to see the mortgage rates continue to come down that will help affordability in the U.S. This year, we're expected to see 3.5% to 6% appreciation nationwide. Now, it depends on where you're at. I know some places are actually seeing a decline. Other places are seeing crazy appreciation in the double digits. Just depends on where you're at. So if you want me to do an analysis of where you're located, feel free and reach out, and I can definitely take a look at that for you. A lot of people want to wait for rates to come down or home values to come down. We've had an issue with a Band-Aid effect. The Band-Aid effect was rates went up, home values stayed where they're at or even appreciated in some markets, and took a lot of buyers off the table. Well, home values stayed steady, rates stayed steady. So with that being said, the Band-Aid effect is there just wasn't as many buyers out there to gobble up the inventory. So with that being said, inventory we still have an issue with. So why am I bringing this up to you? I'll always get asked the question, should I buy now? Is now a good time to buy? I'm trying to time the market. I always tell people time in the market's better than timing the market. So this is what I would suggest. If you're in the market to want to buy a home and hold it for a while, now would be the really good time to look into it. And the reason for that is because you can buy it, take advantage of whatever discounts you can get on the home in today's market with the higher rates. And then at the end of the day, just refinance it when the rates come down, especially with the Feds already talking about lowering the Fed fund rate 3 times next year. Now you're probably saying, well, Scott, you just said that the Fed fund rate doesn't directly correlate to the mortgage rates. Yes, I did say that. But what's been happening is the 10-year Treasury is typically 1 to 1.5% higher on mortgage rates. Well, with the yields, 10-year Treasury and then the yield got way out of control because investors weren't buying into mortgages. Now what they're doing is they're buying into mortgages, so you're going to start seeing the yield tighten with that 10-year Treasury, and that's when we're going to start seeing rates coming down, and they're already naturally doing it right now, currently, right now, today. So if you're interested in looking at getting things going again, feel free and give me a call, shoot me an email. We already have everything saved on file, so we can get that ball rolling for you again. If you have any questions and you want me to take a look at your personal situation to see if it makes sense for maybe a refinance or even looking at like a second mortgage, like a home equity line of credit or a true closed-in second mortgage, now would be that time to take a look at it as well as rates continue to come down so that we can help you at the highest level. If you have any questions on this, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know there's a lot of information, super jam-packed, and sometimes like I try to make it as simplified as possible, but here we are. Anyway, give me a call if you have any questions. 719-369-0381. That's my personal cell. Or just feel free and simply reply back to this, and we're happy to give you all the insight. Make it a great day. If I don't get a chance to talk to you, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Have a great holiday season. Thank you so much.